This is a review video for letter sounds and letter names. When you do this at home, you should use a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm going to use a marker so that it's a lot easier for you to see. And then you should write the letters along with me. I'm going to say what's on the card first, and then you can echo me. C, cat, k. So after you say it, you can write the letters. O, octopus, ah. G, goat, g. A, apple, ah. D, dog, d. Great job. You should also be able to write the letters when I give you the sounds that those letters make. So what we're going to do for this part of the review is I'm going to give you the sound that a letter makes, and I want you to write the uppercase and the lowercase letter that makes that sound. I don't want you to wait for me to write it. I want you to write it down first, and then I will write it down so you can check yourself. Okay? This will be a very good test to see if you know the letters on your own. So the first letter I want you to write is the letter that says ah. Please write the upper and the lowercase letter that says ah. You should have written an uppercase A and a lowercase a, using the handwriting lines correctly, and if you need to fix anything, just use your eraser. So as you could see, that I paused for you. I stopped talking. It was quiet. Just the music was playing. That's the time that you need to use to write your letters. That way you have it written down by the time I write it, and you can check. Write the letter that says k. Make sure you're writing the upper and the lowercase letter. You should have written the letter C, uppercase and lowercase. If I am not waiting long enough and you're still writing, pause the video. That way it'll give you lots of time to write your letter, and you can come back and check. Next, I want you to write the letter that says D. Write the uppercase and lowercase letter that says D. You should have written the uppercase D and the lowercase d. If you forgot that one, then you know which letter you still need to practice. We want to remember each one of these. Write the letter that says G. Please write the uppercase and lowercase letter that says G. You should have written the uppercase G and the lowercase g. One more set of letters. Please write the letter that says ah. Write the uppercase letter and the lowercase letter that says ah. You should have written the uppercase O and the lowercase o. All right, so we are getting towards the end of our next chunk of units where I'm gonna check to see that you're understanding what we're doing. So that's why I made this review video. One of the things that you should be able to do by now is read all of the words that I have here on these cards. So I'm going to go through them with you so you can practice. And then moms and dads, if this was way too hard for your student, then we know that they need some more work on their letters and letter sounds. So the first word is Cass. That's a memory word. We just know it like that because we've seen it so much. Oswald. Golly. Alf. Doc. Here is the first word that we would probably have to chop, although some people might just know it already. So when we get to a word we don't know right away like that, we have to chop it into its sounds and then blend it back together. So let's try chopping this one. D, a, g, dog, dog. D, ad, dad, dad. K, ad, cod, cod. Add, add, add. Odd, odd, odd. Cog, cog, cog. Next, we are going to listen for the same beginning sounds in words. So I'm going to give you a word and I want you to say the word back, and then I'm going to show you two pictures. One of the pictures starts with the same sound as the word we said, and the other one does not. And I want to see if you can pick the word that starts with the same sound. That was a lot of directions, but let me get started and I think you'll be able to do it. Say the word dishes. What do you hear at the beginning of the word dishes? That's the letter D. So we're gonna listen for that d sound in these two words. Your choices are drum or girl. Which one of these starts with that same sound in dishes? That's the drum. So if you had a piece of paper with the pictures in front of you, you would circle the drum. Say the word apple. What do you hear at the beginning of the word apple? You hear the letter A. So that's what we're going to listen for in these two words. Which one of these starts like gate or astronaut? Astronaut starts with the letter A and the sound a. Say grass. What do you hear at the beginning of the word grass? That's the letter G. So let's listen for that sound in these two words. Grapes or dock? Which one of these starts with that sound Grapes starts with the sound G and the letter G. Say ostrich. What letter do you hear at the beginning of ostrich? That's the letter O. So we are going to listen for this sound in these words. dog, or octopus? Which one of these starts like ostrich? Octopus does. Starts with the letter O, right? I have one more for you. Say cut, like you're cutting. What letter do you hear at the beginning of cut? That's the letter C. So let's listen for this sound in these words. Cat and donut. Which one of these starts like cut? Cat starts with the sound and the letter C.